Hi, first graders. It's time for our 5 new vocabulary words. We are talking about animals and their habitat, and so all of these words will go along with that. The first one is habitat. Okay, so a habitat is the home going around the animal. Okay, so home, and then make your claw kind of like the letter E, and pretend this is your animal and kind of go around it. Okay. Habitat. Can you do that again? Habitat, the home around the animal. The next word is depend. When an animal lives in a certain habitat, it's because they depend on certain foods, certain weather, certain availability of water. And so to depend means they have to stick with the things that they are able to get and what they're going to need. So to depend on someone or something means you can count on it. You know it's going to be there, okay? So when animals need to depend on something, they're going to stay where they know it's going to be, where they know they can get it. The next word is hibernate. Now, when an animal chooses to hibernate or is kind of programmed to hibernate, they are going to sleep and maybe inside of a cave even. Okay, so that can help you remember hibernate. They sleep for a long period. The next one is tranquil. Ah, tranquil means you're feeling calm and peaceful. Ah, tranquil. An animal's going to feel much more tranquil in their own habitat than if they're living in the wrong place. And finally, tolerate. Okay, so I have my thumb out and I'm just kind of stroking it on my chin a couple of times, just like that. Tolerate. If you tolerate something, that means you don't like it very much, or it's kind of bothersome. It kind of causes you to feel uncomfortable, but it's not too bad, and so you can put up with it. So maybe if you're like me, you don't like it very much when it gets super, super hot outside, so you tolerate the hot weather. Or maybe you're the opposite and you don't like it to get very cold, but you tolerate it because you know it's going to get warm again. So those are our 5 words. Let's look at some examples of them being used in sentences. Oh, I went a little too small. Okay, so a black bear's habitat is the forest. That their habitat is their home around them in the forest. Okay, babies depend on their parents for food and shelter. Okay, so babies stick with their parents because they know that that is where they're going to be able to get the food and shelter until they can grow up and provide their own. Bears want to hibernate in a warm cave through the long winter. They're going to find a nice warm place to be while they sleep for all those weeks. The family spent a tranquil day by the lake. Oh, doesn't that just look relaxing and calm where they are? Tranquil. The hardy oak tree can tolerate the harsh winter. It's a strong tree. It doesn't love the cold. It's not going to grow as much when it's cold out, and it's not going to have its beautiful leaves, but it's going to survive. It will tolerate the harsh winter. Okay, so those are our 5 words, and now we're going to listen for them and practice using them in a story.